Hello, all. Welcome to Hawk Up Tap Podcast, episode 215. That's not what the podcast was supposed to be called, but Sam Wu is a beast of a human being, and he got this up so
he
quickly.
set this up very quickly for us.
We will not fault him for this one.
No.
But I'm your host, Bill Dean. I'm, of course, here with my co-host, Schwim. Steven
Hello.
is out in the far reaches of the Amazon looking for his next bride. And Short Sky is unveiling a jersey, maybe? I don't know what he's doing. But,
is he going to do it?
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe follow Short Sky. He's I love that guy. Anyways, we're brought to Prep to Radio, courtesy of Sam Wu. I am Behind the Glass. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Leave us a 5-star review if you'd be ever so kind. Schwim, what are you drinking?
Same as last week. I can get through this. I got one left. The Burnt Mills cider.
Burnt Mills. Yeah, I mean, listen, Burnt Mills is fantastic.
Trying to get through it. It's pretty good.
Never go
I'm like, why not have it
with,
again?
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Burnt Mills. I am going for something courtesy of Alicia when she went to Sweden. She got me a Recorder League premium Swedish hard cider.
Okay, double cider. I like it.
Yeah, so mango raspberry. So we will try this one, and hopefully it is delicious.
There's no way
but
it's not.
Let's get. Yeah, all of a sudden my thing just pops up and goes, remember, scam protection is now built into your plan. I was like, is that on our actual stream or is it just my computer? It is just my computer.
Thank you.
Let's go with that for today's episode. Here's our weekly snapshot. Schwim, who is the leading goal scorer in the National Hockey League currently?
Well, I can give you a hint. Well, yeah. Well, there's two. But
yes, so that's why it's
who is the leading goal scorer of the league that you have no idea?
Currently. That would be one Morgan Geekie, who
it's crazy.
The first place Boston Bruins. Is it first place?
Are they first?
I'd make that up.
They might be. I think they are.
No. Well,
Detroit,
they're tied for second. Yeah, because technically Detroit jumped them from last night's game. But yeah. Detroit's now at 27, but Boston, Senators, and Lightning tied at 26. Schwim, if I was to ask you to name me in game 21-22, so roughly a quarter of the season through, who is going to be last in the Atlantic and who will be last in the Metropolitan Division? What would you have said?
Well, I know who they are currently, but before all this, I would have said, obviously, Buffalo or for the Atlantic, Buffalo or like Montreal or something. But actually, I probably would have said Montreal because I think they're
probably Ottawa, right?
A decent team, but definitely Buffalo. And I would not have said your team for the Metro.
Yeah, the New York
I would have
Rangers.
thought maybe like Columbus or Pittsburgh, obviously.
Pittsburgh, and Philly, maybe Islanders. Yeah.
And
instead, in Bizarro Land, which is what this is, the Metropolitan is led by the Hurricanes, which we kind of all assumed. Number 2 is the New York effing Islanders.
Yeah, and they're only 2 points behind, I think.
2 points behind. They've played an extra game. The Devils sit in third with 21 games played. They could technically be in first if they had the same amount of games as as Islanders. Then followed by Philly, Pittsburgh, Blue Jackets, Capitals, and my New York Rangers, who, as of last I looked, were losing 1-0 to the lowly St. Louis Blues. It's a disaster. Their roster right now is just in injury shambles, just like yours is.
My team's battling the injury bug right now.
I did not see. Did they come back with news on Kucherov or Point?
Kucherov is in. He's playing tonight. Point is out.
Okay.
And Cooper said he's iffy for Wednesday, so it doesn't seem like it's anything that's like long term. But the other guys are long. Hedman is long term. Well, not
Hedman's long.
Rest of the season long, but like weeks long term. Hedman, Chernak, McDonough are all. Holmberg is getting close, and I don't know about Crozier. So they're missing like arguably their top 3 defensemen. They're missing one of their best skaters, and although he's not having a great season right now in Braden Point, but maybe this little injury rest will do him some good. He'll come back maybe refreshed and start producing, because he's been not Braden Point really this season. But So yeah,
not
they're
quite in
fighting
the
injury
same
right
not quite the same level of player, but the same thing I'm hoping for JT Miller because
now.
he
Yeah.
had a groin injury to kind of start the season, and he's been god
Hmm.
awful this season. I think he was on like a 35-point pace. Um,
Yeah.
and then he had that controller disconnect in the
Yep.
game
That was a great play.
2 nights ago, which was one of the more brutal controller disconnects I've seen, and just lack of caring. So hopefully he gets it right in the head
Was it?
and
I
ends up
didn't see
growing.
like the whole thing. Was it an end of a shift
It
controller
was
disconnect
so
maybe, or was it just?
he is one of those players that plays 45 to a minute tops, because he just he skates really hard, right? You look at JT Miller, and one thing you can say, he does expend a lot of energy in a shift, and he
Yeah.
goes hard for real quick, and then he's off. This one was a little over a minute already, so I think he might have been tired, but still, the
Maybe he's
point is,
gassed. Yeah,
when
but
you
still,
come
that's
off
like
the
a
wall and lose a battle
yeah,
like that, you can't have that reaction to your,
yeah.
you know,
Or you just
to the
like
rep.
completely stop. You got to at least
Yeah,
try to make an effort and go after him or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Tampa's at 7-3 in the last 10, two
Yeah, they're
straight.
doing better.
Uh, in the Metro, you got New York Islanders, 7-3 in their last 10 too. So the two hotter teams in the Eastern Conference. We go to the Western Conference, and the Colorado Avalanche are lights out right
They're
now. Nine
every like in
straight,
every aspect, this team is
everything.
dominating. Like it's not even.
Yes,
It's. I'm not even kidding.
yeah.
Goals for,
8-0,
goals against. They're first.
yeah.
That's
First, yeah,
nuts.
plus 38 goal differential. The next
Yep.
closest team is 25 points goals off. That's plus 13 for the Carolina Hurricanes. They are plus 38. They're 88 goals for, 50
That's
goals
nuts.
against. Uh, Obviously, Wedgwood just had the shutout. They're 16-1 and
Mm-hmm.
5, 37 points, which is 7 the highest of the next one, which is the Stars. We'll talk about the Stars in a minute because they have their own issues with players. But the top three in the Central, Colorado is 9-0-1 in their last 10. Dallas is
Yep.
7-2-1 in their last 10, and Minnesota's 8-1-1 in their last 10. The three
Yeah.
teams in the Central might be the three best teams in the entire NHL at the moment.
Right now,
And then
absolutely.
right now, yeah, Utah
Mm-hmm.
Mammoth still doing pretty good. I think they will eventually be a playoff team. Jets are in a little bit of a lull, but they had some injuries, especially to their star goaltender. We'll talk about him in a
Yep,
second.
that's a big one.
Chicago Blackhawks, and obviously Bedard's having a great season. St. Louis Blues, which just Rangers going to lose to this shitty team. And then you have the Nashville Predators, who are the worst in the league at 16 points and
Yikes.
might be selling everybody,
Yeah.
including their star goaltender and defenseman. Maybe it's time. Just get what you can for these guys because
Yeah, do a complete
it's not looking pretty.
overhaul.
This is a good question. Is there a worse turn for a star coach GM than oh my god, than Barry Trotz, where you looked at him as a coach and
Mm-hmm.
top five, right? Top five in the league when he was active. One of the
Okay.
guys that anybody would fire their coach for the most part to get
Won a
in.
cup.
Won a cup. Yeah, it just seemed to pull every right string. And then he goes to be a GM, and it has been horrible.
All those signings that everyone thought were going to be, like on paper looked pretty damn good. We're like, oh, I remember seeing all those signings in the offseason. We're like, oh my God, Nashville is going to be loaded up with all this.
Yeah, playoff
and
team.
It's not working.
No, it has been the exact opposite. They have went from a team that everyone thought would make it playoffs, maybe not like a real cup contender, but just a team you didn't want to play because
you didn't think they'd be the worst team in the league. There's no way.
No.
Yeah,
and they are quite clearly one of the worst, which is sad because they do have, a top 10 goalie. They have a top 5 to 10 defensemen. They have some very, interesting forwards and defensemen. You look at the overall roster, and you're like, oh, that's bad. It looks like a roster that should be competing, and they just have lost everything.
There it is. Woo! Sorry.
There it is. But maybe it's time for them to look for Ryan O'Reilly, ship him out, and Steven Stamkos. Obviously, they've talked about this. There's rumors already. But everybody that's not named Brady Martin.
It's possible.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Everybody that's really not named Brady Martin. Yeah, and there's a couple young kids, Weissblatt. There's a couple other ones, but Bunting, see you later. And Forsberg, Forsberg, I guess you keep because still 31. You have some time with him, but
Yeah.
Holla and Marchessault and McCarron and Matthew, Cole Smith. Like these are guys that they're on the back end. So let's see what we can get for them. Obviously the defenseman, you're going to keep Haig, and a couple other guys, but Brady Shea, is there somebody that needs him, wants him? Justin Barron, you know, obviously Roman Yossi's 35, and I think you could get a boatload for him. But you have a Noonan, he's a decent backup, but Yusei Saros is 30, and do you
Which isn't
give
that
him the
bad, but
chance? No, it's not. But do you
and all
do you
and
give
all
him a
these guys,
chance to?
I'm assuming most of these guys have some sort of clause in their contracts,
Oh,
like no
they
move
most likely
clause,
do.
or teams, they got to submit a list of teams that they'll accept a trade to or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be as easy as everyone thinks. But also another thing is maybe maybe Trotz fires what's his face and makes himself GM coach
Oh, GM coach.
for the for the
Yeah.
remainder of the season.
Luke. Yeah. It's interesting. Who knows? But this team is a tire fire. And lastly, Pacific, the Ducks sitting at number 1, 6-4 in the last 10, leaders in
It's
that
crazy.
division, 29 points. Seattle Kraken number 2. I would
Yeah.
not have put Ducks Kraken as my 1-2
Yeah.
for the
As your top
Pacific
two in
at
the Pacific.
quarter in.
Nope.
Knights, Kings, Sharks, Oilers, which Oilers have done a little bit better recently, 4-4-2, but a team that's getting their goals, looks like Connor McDavid's back on pace. Their goals against is just atrocious, and
Yeah.
they have the worst goaltender in the league, for
Their
at least
goaltending
just
and
what
their team defense are not good. I mean, they played a very
it.
good defensive game against Tampa the other night, that 2-1 game. That was probably one of their best defensive performances that they had maybe all season.
Yeah,
But other than that, other games, when they lose, they're losing bad. When they win, they're still letting up,
yeah,
lots of chances and goals. They win games like they have to outscore teams, and that doesn't I mean, yeah, you got a high powered offense and everything, but it's not gonna, one, it's not gonna last, and two, there's no way you can win in the playoffs just by trying to outscore teams. That doesn't happen,
no,
especially in the playoffs.
yeah. I don't really know what's going to happen, with
I don't
this
know.
team in goal because
But
they just
everyone thinks though if they just get a goalie though that'll solve all their problems. I really don't think it will.
it will help. I
It'll
I
help.
really do
I'll
think.
if they get a pretty good goalie in there, it'll help. Yes, but I don't think it's gonna. They're all of a sudden going to be a powerhouse. They got to
No,
improve their actual defense and overall team defense.
yeah, I mean, obviously losing Broberg last year, I think hurt a little bit more than they kind of let on. They bring in Wallman, who when he's played, he's been good. He just
It's
keeps
not
getting
bad.
hurt.
Yeah,
Um,
he's got to stay on the ice.
Bouchard is always a liability, but he's got ever reliant Matthias Ekholm on his flank.
Hmm.
But Kulak and Darnell Nurse, which is just awful. Yeah, it is sad to look at this defensive roster, the goaltending. How old do you think Stuart Skinner is, by the way?
Is he still in his 20s
He's
or is he in his
27.
30s? Jesus, I thought he was like late
Yeah.
20s, but I was like, is
Hmm.
he in his 30s though?
I
And I'm
thought he
like,
was like
maybe it's
31,
like 28
32.
or 29.
Yeah,
I
27.
was thinking like 29, 30. Okay, 27. Jesus.
27. He actually just
Ugh.
turned 27, November 1st.
Wow.
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
he's sticky poo poo. Yeah,
Oh
but
boy.
like even just their wings and their centers, like there's no one defensively that you look at. Henrik's older, but he's decent. Like I don't know, just the whole team just gives you a
Yeah.
stench. But yeah, that's how we're sitting, basic quarter of the season through. We talked about the Stars prior, but Mikko Rantanen's the kind of the number one ire for most people nowadays. 2 hits, one against the Islanders. Romanov, who's now out 5 to 6
Yeah, he's
months.
out for like, yeah, I saw that. I was like,
Um,
Jesus.
yeah, he had to have surgery, and
Hmm.
that one was it obviously wasn't good. Right, he pushes him. I do think he was a tad bit off. Like right, he gets pushed himself, so he's off
Yeah,
track, and then he
he
kind
was
of
a little
pushes
off.
into
Yeah.
Romanov. But that second hit in the game against Calgary on Coronado was
Yeah.
awful, and I think
It's an
he's lucky
automatic
that he gets
suspension.
one. Yeah, you get the 1 game suspension because, and I didn't know this rule either, but if you have 2
Yeah.
majors for body contact in a 41 game, in between a 41 game,
You've played less than
like
41 games, I
layout,
think it
yeah,
was,
less than 41 games,
right?
you get an automatic suspension. I
It's
didn't realize
automatic,
that
yeah.
was a rule. I like it though. I really do.
Yeah, I like it too.
Um, but I think he should have gotten more because you can't just two in a
Yeah, 2 of them
row
in a row.
not looking good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And then
bad.
Romanov obviously is out 5 to 6 months. He, was pretty good part on their blue line, and Islanders fans and the management players were not very happy with the Rand and
No,
stuff, and
especially Patrick Waugh. Did
especially
you
Patty
hear
Waugh.
hear him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yeah. Why don't you give what
Yep.
the people
He was threatening Rantanen, saying he's not going to make it out of the next
in the
game
next
the next
game?
time they play them.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, all right.
Patty
I
wishes
don't
he
think
could
they play
play because he
until
would have.
I don't even know when they play next. I don't think it's for a while. So
No, it's
let's
not.
see if that carries over to whenever they play again.
Yeah, but yeah, not great, and something that I think I think someone will try to fight him, and I'm sure he will have to answer.
Yeah, he's definitely have to answer to somebody.
So
Imagine they don't play him that game. Just if
I
it's
mean,
like a
is
game late in the season and they really don't need to risk anything, they don't play him that game.
yeah. I think in that case, if you're the player, do you say like, no, I want to play, like I need to do this because then I'll just look like a real a-hole, right?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
even though it's
he'll
the
definitely want
team's
to play.
fault, even though it's the team's fault, like
Yeah,
they're calling him out. He really has to be the one that says, no, I have to be here. I have to, step up.
yeah. They don't play again until the end of March, and it's
Yeah,
in Long Island, March 26th.
March
So
26th.
it's basically
Yeah.
at the end of the season.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens there.
We'll see.
Interested to see how that ends up. We talked about another injury, which is Connor Hellebuck, out 4 to 6 weeks for what they called a minor knee surgery, scope, minor arthroscopic procedure on his knee. Not great for a goaltender,
Yeah.
especially one that you were expecting for Team USA to be the star. And
Yeah.
obviously he had the surgery on Saturday. I don't like this. It scares me a little bit because he felt soreness, and usually that's not something that you want to see from your all-world goaltender. But they do have a pretty decent backup. They called up obviously Milic, but they've Comrie in his place, so they'll be okay for a little while. But I could see this team kind of floundering. But really,
Yeah.
it's the U.S. that I'm more worried about. I know Ottinger can kind of carry for a little while, but I think Connor's got to be the guy that leads this team because he is the best goaltender in the world on a season basis.
If he's playing hurt though, or not at 100%, then I don't think I want
Yeah,
him playing. I don't want him being the starting
correct.
goalie for. I'd rather have Ottinger, if Ottinger's at 100% and Hellebuck's only at 85% or whatever. I'd rather
He's
have
better.
Ottinger. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to hurt Hellebuck, and then one, he doesn't play as well, and two, he injures himself even worse or something while playing, and then that's gonna be bad for everybody. So
yeah,
who's ever the healthiest, I want in there. I mean, out of those two, if it's between those two guys, I'm assuming.
I like it.
But if he's 100% and
Um,
good and ready to go, okay, absolutely roll with him.
yeah, no, I do agree with you. A better 100% Ottinger is going to be better than a floundering Hellebuck. Canadians recalled Florian Jacki, brother of Arbor, and their first game back, they get in a fight together, which was not fight together, but they both get in fights, which I wish I could have bet on something like that because I think it would have absolutely hit. What to you has been, I guess, the biggest? I'm trying to think of what has been your biggest, not pet peeve, but yeah, I guess biggest pet peeve of this season. What have you not liked or watched, and be a team or be something that has kind of caught your ire?
But do you have something or no?
Well, obviously reffing has always been a bad one,
Oh,
but
that's always,
for
yeah. That's
me,
like a gimme.
it's been the injuries, and it's not even like, obviously we joked around with the glass stuff with uh, Jack Hughes, but
Yeah,
you then have Etulistrainen comes out. They came out, and this is Paul Maurice, that he had a barbecuing accident, and you're
yeah.
like, what, like, and he's now out for a couple, a few games. They're I guess maybe it's probably
They
skin
said they
graft
said
kind of thing.
weeks. Like, what the hell
Yeah,
did the
that's
did a
it must be a
propane
third
tank
degree, like,
explode or
skin.
something?
Yeah, like skin
Like if I
graft.
hurt
I don't
myself
know.
barbecuing, it's like maybe I burned myself a little bit. Like what the
Yeah,
hell did
you
he do where
singed
he's
off
gonna be out for a
the
couple
arm
weeks?
hair.
Yeah, I singed off my arm hair like flipping a burger. Like what the hell did he do
Yeah.
that he's gonna be out a couple weeks?
I mean,
This stuff is crazy.
it is. But like the injuries, because like you've seen so many little things turn into longer episodes, like the Rangers. We talk about JT Miller, and you have all the stuff happening with your team with Tampa. It's just been kind of
Yep.
craziness. But
And
Romanov
I haven't
and
really heard like a lot of like what exactly the injury is or what happened or anything. Just like, oh, he got hurt last game and now he's out for 2 weeks. Just like with the Chernak, who just he was hurt, just came back the last game. Oh, hey, buddy, and now he's out again. And they said it's multiple weeks he's going to be out, and it's a different injury, but they're not saying what it is. So I'm just like I'm in the dark here, and I'm like all these guys are hurt, and I have no idea like what happened to them, what's going on. I don't know. I guess is that like a thing? They have to keep it to themselves. They don't want anyone else to know.
yeah, I mean, I don't know why they can't seem to get. Yeah, I don't really know, but the Charlie McAvoy, we talked about him getting hit in the face
Yeah, I
with the
saw that
puck,
one. That
and
was
he's been
brutal.
out for a little
Yeah.
while. Um, and there's a couple other guys. Obviously, we talked about Romanov, but Hellebuck and
Hmm.
beginning of the season, you have Kachuk and Barkov. And I
Yep.
just feel like this might be one of the more injury-prone seasons that I've seen. Um, I don't know, maybe just me, but Middlestat, like this is all like the I'm looking at teams. I'm going down. Mikael Granlund's out. He was expected back on the 30th, or he's expected
Hmm.
back on the 30th. Arvidsson and Josh Norris and Yuri Kulich, who had the blood clot issue. Zane
Yep.
Parekh, he's on injured reserve. One of the young defensemen. Cotton Kiniemi, Jordan Stahl, he's day to day.
There's that guy
Burakovsky
in
and
Pittsburgh
shit.
also who had the blood clot issue,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
I
The
think
other blood.
recently.
Yep.
Like it's
Yep. Yeah.
crazy.
Val Nishushkin, Kiviranta, Logan O'Connor, Marchenko is out. He's now, a couple games. Boone Jenner's on injured reserve. Thomas Harley's been out. He's not expected back until December. Duchesne's on injured reserve.
Is yep.
Um, yeah, you look through this list, and it's crazy. Like we talked about Jake Wallman, and Nugent Hopkins is on injured reserve.
Hmm.
Kasperi Kapanen, Etula Strain, and we talked about Doughty's on injured reserve. He's always on injured reserve, though. Tarasenko, Marco Rossi, Kirby Doc, Patrick Laine, Caden Gould. We talked about the Devils, Hughes, but also
I feel like Line is
Pesci.
always hurt now lately, though.
He is. He always is hurt, and he's
Yeah,
gonna make so much money this offseason, which is just craziness. Because he's one
and
of
he's
the
gonna get
only
hurt and
7 free
never
agents.
play for whoever. Yeah.
Yep. Will Borgen's on. Will Borgen and Rempe. Rempe obviously just the name because he's a goon. Shabbat, Kachuk, Rasmus Ristolainen. Penguins' list of injuries is just crazy. Koivunen and Kettles, Rust, Ivany, Hollander, Chari, Brazeau, Tristan Jarry, Raquel, Caleb Jones, Tanner Howe.
Jesus.
But Michael Misa, he's on injured reserve. Obviously, good young forward for the San Jose Sharks. Jeff Skinner,
Yeah.
Logan Couture. Well, Logan Couture's always been off. There's something I do love because I saw before, but they still have Shea Weber on here as injured.
Yeah.
Oh man, it is funny seeing that name. Um, former Dean, Zach Dean, Braden Point. We talked about
Yep.
Hedman.
Edmund
McDonough's on injured
McDonough.
reserve. We forgot about
Yep.
him. Yeah. Nyes is day to day. Austin Matthews, Brandon Carlo, Sean Dursey, Thatcher Demko, Teddy Bluger, Phil Peedle, head, Pierre Luc Dubois, Hellebuck, Neil Pionk. Yeah, that's just craziness. I know we just rattled a bunch of injuries, and some people don't really care.
That's a lot.
It was
For the
just
it's only 20-something games in the season. Just
yes,
a ton of big name injuries.
Yeah, Ray Leo, at least your star player didn't cut his hand having dinner with Frank the Tank. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much. Obviously, the Rangers right now and Tampa both playing.
Rangers
I was
tied it.
trying to. I did not see that, but it looks like yep, they did. Yeah,
Vinny Trocheck.
He's
I
done.
like him.
I do. I really do. A little overpaid. Should be your third line center, but I do like Troch. He's a good player.
Devils are up. Devils are up 4-2 on Detroit, which actually I want the Devils to win. So if Detroit loses, and if Tampa wins, they can.
Yeah, Tampa 2.
Climb up there.
It's now 4-2. Sorry, Washington's up 4-0. Florida is beating Nashville 4-2. Then tonight you got Vegas, Utah, and Ottawa, LA. I'm actually gonna watch the Vegas Utah game. I think that's gonna be a pretty decent one.
Pretty good game.
Two teams I like. Yeah, I mean we placed the Mammoth. We lost to them obviously a couple games ago, but they're a fun team. They really are. And Vamelka and obviously Clayton Keller and all those guys are really fun to watch. All right, let's do our stats thing and then we'll get out of here. Like I said, it's gonna be a quick podcast. We were undermanned, and just NHL's kind of been meh,
understaffed this week.
Yeah, understaffed. Goaltending leaders, and I know this because he helped me in fantasy. Jesper Wallstedt, 1.94 goals against average. He's been awesome. Last 5 games, he had 3
taken over in Minnesota.
Yeah, 3 shutouts. Minnesota has a competent goaltender, and he's just played. Wallstedt's just played awesome. Wedgwood, same
and I saw
thing.
something that
great.
He was when he was drafted by Minnesota, he was traded. It was from a pick that got traded by Edmonton to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it could have been. They could have had Wallstedt, possibly. Yeah. I'm like, yep, that figures.
No, it really does. I think there's a bunch of players. Well, maybe we'll do this another time. But Edmonton has drafted a bunch of goalies that went on to then actually be pretty decent. I'm trying to actually.
Or maybe they traded picks that ended up being picked, or the team used them and drafted a goalie, and they went on to be successful, like Wallstedt.
Well, Dubnyk was really good for Minnesota, right? And he was an Edmonton Oilers draft pick.
Okay, yeah.
Andy Moog, obviously Grant Fuhr. They played from UC Markkinen. There was a couple other guys though. When I was looking back, that we saw Koskinen, Sebastian Kosa, Brizgalov was another one. He was a former Edmonton Oilers draft pick. Jack Campbell for Dallas Stars. He was he was Dallas Stars draft pick. Yeah, he went to hell.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
horrible.
Yeah, he went to. His game went to crap.
Stolars, right?
He was an Edmonton pick. Stolars.
Yeah. Stolars in Edmonton.
Okay.
Tristan Jarry was an Edmonton draft pick. Yeah,
really?
Selected by. Oh no! Selected by Edmonton Oil Kings. Oh, that's they just Google AI got screwed up on that one.
Yeah, of course. Can't trust that stuff. I was looking at speaking of stats and stuff. I was looking at our plus minus like we usually do to see the worst.
Yep, I was gonna.
And did you see the top plus minus people in the league? The top 5 are all Colorado Avalanche players.
Yeah, Avalanche. They are
crazy.
on fire right now. Yeah, it's Nathan McKinnon first, Makar second, Natchez, Lehkonen, Taves, and then 2 Ducks sitting tied for 6. And Cutter Gauthier is right there too. Cutter Gauthier has been awesome.
Yeah,
that's someone. America. I would very much like him to be a winger. Well, I don't know. Maybe this playoff.
Maybe this year
for Team America. Yeah. We really need to.
Again,
I think that's what I'm going to do.
A lot of players than Brock Nelson.
Yeah. Well. And he's played all situations. They need goal scorers, and he's one of the top goal scorers in the league. How do you not have Team Canada just announced that they added Schaefer to the drug testing for Canadian hockey. He could play. Like, he's a rookie. If the number, what is he? He's tied for 4. If he's he's tied for 6. If he's one of the better goal scorers in the league, he's got to be on Team USA. I don't see how they can have someone like that, be available for a team that had trouble scoring, last Four Nations tournament. And Jason Robertson's going to make it now too. He's been awesome for Dallas. Matt Boldy, obviously with Minnesota, he's great.
He's been great.
Him and Kaprizov are just so dirty. But Caulfield's probably going to be there with his 13 goals. There's some good young talent.
He's
obviously Jake Gensel,
pure sniper. That guy.
Yep. Gensel and Tage Thompson should make this team. I'm
definitely Gensel's been phenomenal this year. He's been by far Tampa's best player, even more so than Kucherov. Gensel's been their best player.
Kyle Connor with his 11 goals, and he's obviously leading Winnipeg. Just doing fantastic stuff.
He's got to be there. Is it still? What's his face head coach again? Mike Sullivan.
He'll be there.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope that he knows how to use Kyle Connor this time around, because
and not scratch him for friggin'
as much as I like the Kachucks, put them on the third line, right? Make them go bang around and put them on the third line, and then your top lines are scorers.
The snipers up top.
Yeah, use Robertson and Gauthier and Gensel and Kyle Connor as your top, and I'm missing other guys, but just, stuff that when you look through this and the list of guys and how they're doing, like Chris Kreider actually might deserve to be on this team now as opposed to last season. Pretty good stuff.
He's doing well.
He is.
I learned a fun fact about him. He can speak 5 languages.
He can. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He is
that's pretty impressive. He was speaking Russian to one of the kids when he played the Minnesota game. I think he was speaking Russian to their young rookie.
When Pavel Buchnevich came up and was a rook, he meshed so well with Kreider and Zibanejad because Kreider actually would talk to him in Russian on the bench so that he could understand him a little better, and they just became closer.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that made me out of nowhere. That made me liked Kreider a lot more.
I love Chris Kreider, and I'm going to try
5 languages. I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah. I'm going to try to actually get tickets to his game when the Ducks come back. But he speaks fluent English, Russian, and Spanish, and then he's also can speak in Swedish. And then there's one other one I forgot what it was. But
I wouldn't be surprised if he knows sign language.
Maybe. He's a student of the languages. He also plays guitar, piano, and saxophone. He is awesome.
He's a triple threat.
He's everything. He's a beautiful man too. He can get it.
You miss him.
I do. I really do. Because especially with this team and how they score, it's so pathetic. It's sad. Billy Dean's sad. We talked to McKinnon and Geekie at number 1 in goals. Celebrini, Draisaitl, and Horvat with 14 each. Horvat's had a pretty good season. Islanders, very impressive. McDavid, 23
flying
assists.
under the radar.
They are. It's scary.
Well, I didn't know that they were doing that good, and they're a point out of first place or whatever it is. 2 out of first place, and they got Horvat's tops and one of the leaders in goals.
Yeah,
they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, and I said early in the season, I think it was probably 5 to 10 games in, that Schaefer I thought could have been the best defenseman already in the Metro. It's not even close now. He is the best defenseman in the Metro division. He's better than my boy Adam Fox, who I think he was the best defenseman in the Metro. Yeah, that boy, he is so good, and he's 18,
and he's only going to get better.
Yeah, it's scary. So it is very scary.
He's not there yet, but he could be on maybe McCarr's level at some point.
Yeah.
Quinn Hughes, he can be one of those guys. He plays friggin' a ton of minutes in every situation, and is able to dictate play and everything.
He's obviously a little bigger than Then Quinn Hughes, I think that's probably, and Quinn Hughes has 19 assists in 18 games.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. I love him.
Schaefer is so good. I need, well, yeah, Quinn Hughes is, yeah.
Yes.
But Schaefer, I wish he was American because we need someone like that too. We talked about plus minus, and for the always fun, and I'm sure you looked at this, but
I didn't.
our boy,
I actually didn't look.
Okay, who is number one? He's been there for a little while now.
Did it change, or is it still the same?
Nope, he's been there for a while.
Manjapani.
Nope, Mackenzie Weegar.
Oh, Uyghur's last now? It was
Manjapani, I thought. No. Well, it was Manjapani was tied with Uyghur last week, but
so
Uyghur's been the worst for I think 3 or 4 weeks now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Braden Shen sits in third. He's at minus 19. Mackenzie Weegar. Manjapani is 16, and Shen is 15. Let's see here. Goaltending real fast. We talked about it. Wallstedt. Shutouts is also Wallstedt.
Wallsted's played half the games.
8 games. Yeah,
compared to some other guys, but still, yeah, he's doing really well.
Yeah, the save percentage. He leads at every major statistical category. The other guy that's
only
been
played like 8 games.
Yeah. The other guy that's been fantastic, Spencer Knight for Chicago. 238 goals against, a 924 save. 2 goalies. Him and Askarov have been very good for young teams, and it shows you that goalies take a little while to develop, but when they do come up and start to show, Knight and Askarov and Wallstedt, these are all first round picks that, while they were drafted 4, 5, 6 years ago, it takes goalies a little bit longer, but once they come up and they get their feet under them, these guys are really good, right? So
it's usually like goalies and defensemen take a little bit longer. Sometimes defensemen take a little bit, to develop. Some of them jump right into it and have no problem, but usually it's the forwards. They jump right in, and most of them can adjust to the NHL pretty quickly. But yeah, like you're saying, goalies, I think sometimes it takes. I mean, there's outliers here and there. There's some guys that jump right in, they're amazing right off the bat, and continue that throughout their career. But yeah, most of the time it's, I think, defensemen and goalies that take a little bit longer to become like NHL players, more so than forwards.
I'm trying to log into remote PC and my phone died. So I'm trying to. Yeah, this is going to be fantastic.
We're not going to be able to turn the podcast off. We're going to have to do it all night.
Well, I might have to go upstairs and get the iPad and let you talk for a couple minutes.
The Tampa game.
You might need to, and I think that would actually be very fun for a quick second because. But here, let's keep talking. We can do.
I don't think that people want to hear me badmouth all these.
Here, why don't you give a very brief little rundown of what's happened there? Maybe some goal scorers. I will be very back quickly.
Oh boy, here we go. Hi everybody, I'm having a good time. Not. I can't believe Dean just left me here to do this. But whatever. I'm watching the Tampa-Philadelphia game currently. Tampa's up 2-0. It's in the third period. Your goal scorers are Brandon Hagel, who's on a heater, and Anthony Cirelli. Oh, there he is. Thank you, Dean.
Sorry.
Welcome back.
I ran real quick. Yeah. Hopefully I can get into this.
I gave the fans what they wanted, an update on the Tampa Flyers game.
And I'm sure they were very happy to hear.
Oh, yeah, they were begging for it.
All right, Jesus, I ran. So I was like, I got to find that iPad. My phone just all of a sudden crapped the bed. I was like, oh, great. All right, my beer, recorder leg.
How was it?
5.35.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I think I gave this a 4 last time, so I'll stick with that.
You did.
Why not?
It's good.
So yeah, pretty good. I want to get some more of these Burnt Mills ones. I want to get that one. When we actually went there, I got a flight of their ciders. They had the spicy one. Those spicy.
Yeah, the mango habanero. I had that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, mango habanero. That one was. I remember that one. I really liked that one. I haven't seen it in cans though, so I want to get it in cans.
I think pear is their best. The peach was really, really good. I got that in a growler.
And they had a blue one too. A blue one that was really good.
Yeah, the blueberry bramble, I think it was called. Very good. Yeah. Check out Burnt Mills. Free advertising.
Yeah, Burnt Mills is really good. If you like cider, check that place out. Pretty good.
Cider.
Saida. There's no R. It's just Saida.
Take her home.
Happy American Thanksgiving to all our people who celebrate Thanksgiving out there.
Happy
Have a
Thanksgiving.
great time. Stay safe. I love you guys, and I love Billy Dean especially.
Enjoy the football. I love you, Short.
Go